Wyln TV. We're your local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. Old business was passed, and an 8-year project in the making has finally come to reality. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has more from last night's City Council meeting.
For as long as Jean Mope has been on City Council, she's been trying to give an unnamed lane connecting State Route 424 up in the Heights an identity. The plant was cooperative, saying they'd maintain the entranceway. However, the problem lies in GPS's sending tractor trailers throughout the Heights Terrace section of the city when they have a straight shot to the plant on the Arthur Gardner Parkway.
This is like a big deal. It really is. I worked hard on it. I went through Chief DeAndrea when we had him, Jerry Speziel, our solicitor Sean Longston, and with all their assistance, we finally were able to get this done. And hopefully now they can get the GPS changed as soon as possible, and the residents will have relief.
Mope doesn't blame the drivers or the plant and hopes that with this name change, GPS systems can update their routes to avoid the residential areas.
Everybody will have a little peace and quiet. Number one, we don't have to worry about a safety factor because we are in a school zone with the children. And there's a lot of walkers because the school's only a few blocks away. So hopefully it works well for everybody.
The second and third readings passed unanimously for the EIS tax ordinance last night as well.
As long as I know that we're not falling behind and that it doesn't have to be increased exponentially more and that we're making our minimum MMO payment for our pension and we're safe, then that I was fine with the ordinance.
Mope has always been in favor of recreation in the city for both the children and the adults. As long as leagues that are coming in are respectful to both the property and the residents that surround it, there's no problems.
Problems with garbage cans, soda bottles, water bottles, dirty diapers, something that the neighborhoods shouldn't have to put up with. Damage to their homes because of hardballs being hit into them. And it's also a safety issue because if somebody's walking down the street and happens to get hit with a ball.
That's why she's glad the ordinance modifying the consolidated plan for the CDBG program for 2018 passed, which includes new fencing that's needed between the field and the playground.
It's only a short fence that they have now, about 4 feet, and with that, it's a safety hazard for any of the children playing at the playground. Now, if the people get the message that if they're respectful, they'll be allowed to play. We have no problems with them. But remember, this is our town, and they're part of our town, the ones that do play here, and the out-of-towners, keep it nice for us.
Council meets again September 11th at 6 p.m. Reporting in Hazleton for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
Wage earners in the city of Hazleton will once again see higher wage tax through June of 2020. City Council approved final readings of an ordinance that keeps the resident earned income tax rate at 1.75% and maintains the city's share of the non-resident rate at 0.85%. The resident EIT will not change from the rate levied in 2018, but is higher than the 1.35%. The resident EIT was in place before Council adopted the city's financial recovery plan. The non-resident rate will remain the same through June 30th of 2020. The resident EIT consists of 0.5% for the general fund, another 0.6% levied under Act 47 for the general fund, and 0.65% for city pensions. Records provided to the State Auditor General show the Wilkes-Barre Area School District plans to eliminate 47 jobs and reduce annual operating costs by nearly $3.7 million. All that comes after the district consolidating its 3 high schools, GAR, Myers, and Coughlin, onto a 77-acre site in Plains Township. The district responded to State Auditor General Eugene DePasquale's request for details after more than 30 people contacted him, saying they had concerns about the consolidation plan. Police in Philadelphia took into custody a gunman who allegedly wounded 6 officers as police tried to serve a drug warrant on a row house. Police say the shooting began Wednesday afternoon. Some of the officers were already in the building when the man opened fire. 2 officers were trapped inside the house for about 5 hours, but were freed by a SWAT team. Police say the man gave himself up and was taken into custody just after midnight. Fire at a trailer home was called in around 2 o'clock this morning in Harvey's Lake. 2 people lived in the home at Blue Jay Trailer Park. They got out okay. It's believed that early morning fire started in a dryer. Back in May, a fire broke out at the Tamaqua Salvation Army. Now that fire has been ruled arson. According to the state police fire marshal, 2 origins of the fire were found in the rear storeroom. Video surveillance shows no one entered or left the building in the moments leading up to when that fire broke out. The fire, which destroyed thousands of dollars worth of food and clothing donations, no one was injured and the building sustained some structural damage. The arson is under investigation and anyone who may have information is asked to contact Tamaqua Police or the State Police Fire Marshal. It's been a tough year for that organization. It was just last week that Major Sharon Wispel was charged with stealing over $116,000 from that Salvation Army. Coming up on WYLN News, pets on the agenda at Wilkes-Barre City Council. Also from Wilkes-Barre, some curbside do's and don'ts. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Thunderstorms with some heavy downpours continuing into the forecast, but still highs into the 80s. We'll be right back.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer is more than just a great place to grab 6-packs to go. You can also enjoy great draft beer, including their exclusive 3 Ornina milk stouts. Take it to go in a crowler or mix and match bottles of your favorite craft beers. Or just cool down with one of their slushies. Check out the Georgetown Pub Fare menu, including their Flight and Bites with your choice of sauces and 5-ounce draft beers. Stop in and play Keno or other Pennsylvania lottery games. Don't forget to check out their website and Facebook for tasting events. Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer in Wilkes-Barre Township, right next to the Big Cow.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
Wilkes-Barre City Council meets tonight, and on the agenda, legislation to better protect pets. A proposed ordinance would prohibit pet owners from leaving animals outdoors in extreme heat or cold for more than 30 minutes or in an unattended vehicle that could cause them harm. It's been proposed by the city animal enforcement officer and would allow city departments to prosecute offenders. The meeting gets underway at 6 o'clock on 4th floor of City Hall. The Hazleton City Water Authority is expected to borrow just over $2 million for work that needs to be done on 3 properties they own. The authority will borrow the money from Pennsylvania Infrastructure Investment Authority, reimbursing its general fund for project costs and authorizing officials to proceed with closing. Work will be done at 3 locations. First, they will demolish and replace a fence at a water storage tank in Park Place near Delano. Then, work will be done at the pump station in Barnes Run near the village of Humboldt, and improvements for a pump station in Drifton. A local recreation program will use a state gaming grant to study whether it should build an indoor recreation facility on reclaimed mine land off Route 924 in Hazel Township. This week, Hazel Township supervisors voted to execute a cooperation agreement with the nonprofit 501c3 Hazelton Area Recreation Program, which would use a $79,000 gaming grant to conduct the study. HARP officials said last year the land off Route 924 serves as the primary gateway into Hazelton and could draw more people into the downtown. The nonprofit operates from the former Pocono Market Fair on South Poplar Street. Due to an influx of calls about garbage, recycling, and yard waste placed curbside days ahead of pickup, Wilkes-Barre City is reminding its residents of the proper placement procedures. Officials say items are only to be placed curbside the night before the day of the scheduled pickup. Once the collections occur, all containers must be returned to the rear of the property before daybreak on the following day. Violating the ordinance could result in a quality of life violation ticket in the amount of $100, which is due within 48 hours. To report collections placed curbside on the incorrect day, you're asked to contact the health department at 570-208-4268. And if you are unsure of your collection day, you can contact the mayor's helpline at 570-821-1111. Coming up on McAdoo Heights News Choice, we are another day closer to Fun Fest. The countdown continues in Community and You. Plus, Fun Fest always has some of the tastiest and most unique food vendors. Stay with us.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazelton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969. BLB Auto Sales, a division of Barbush Automotive. BLB has deals that can't be beat. They carry trucks, vans, SUVs, sedans, and sports cars, and all at the lowest prices. Barbush Automotive can handle all vehicle repairs since they do it all. Check out their specials: oil change and filter, just $19.95. Alignment, $49.95. Professional and good people. Call 570-454-7571.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Welcome to Community and You here on Wyln, everyone. I'm Gary Perna. I'm joined with Mikey Sosar, who is in charge of the entertainment at Fun Fest this year, and we cannot wait for Fun Fest to get here. It's just a couple weeks away. Mikey, you did not just come from the beach, although you wish you were there. However, that it does something to do with the theme this year.
Yeah, we're doing a beachy luau type theme. We're going to have a beach.
On Broad Street in
Yep,
Hazelton? I've always wanted a beach on Broad Street in Hazelton.
We may even have a wave pool, but that's a surprise you'll have to find out for the weekend.
Not because it's raining, right?
We don't talk about that word.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have a lot of great entertainment lined up this year that will be going on. And we actually have a couple that will follow the theme of our little luau and beach party for Fun Fest this year, correct?
Yeah, actually our keynote act for Sunday night this year, 6 to 8, that'll close out the entire festival. We're going to have Parrot Beach, a Jimmy Buffett tribute band. They've been around for as long as I can remember. One of my good friends actually is from the Panther Valley area. He's been with the band. They've traveled all over New Jersey, anywhere in the Cayman Islands to the Bahamas, you know, all the way back to Hazleton to help us close out our festival this year. And it's good island music and a good way to end the summer as well.
And Mikey, we'll have a lot of great local entertainment as well. Of course, our very own Jeff Bonomo and Ostrich Hat will be performing once again.
Yeah, we're actually we're going to take the afternoon on Saturday and dedicate it to local bands. Again, not too many left, but you know, our own Jeff Bonomo from Wyln and Ostrich Hat, they're going to join us right off the bat as things begin the day on Saturday. They'll be with us from 11:30 to 1:30. A little bit of an hour break, and then in the middle, I say it every year to you, we watch these guys grow up every year with us. They're like in their mid-20s now. Shock Value joins us, and then we'll close the night out with another hour break, and from 5:30 to 7:30, and Evans Roadhouse, a regular for the last couple of years, Wild Dr. North, a good classic rock band, will be with us as well.
And this is really cool because also we're going to see something that we've never seen before in this area, an actual, I guess, Disney band, Disney-approved band with a lot of those covers will be performing for the first time in our area at FunFest.
Yeah, Sunday afternoon, a great time to come out early, get a good spot for the parade, which begins at 2:30 in West Hazleton and makes their way down to us at Broad. Or on Broad, between the festival area. Band by the name of the Little Mermen. They are a certified national Disney tribute band out of New York City that will be joining us from 12:30 to 2. Every Disney movie song imaginable they take and turn into a rock cover. So it's a family show. The kids obviously will love it, and don't count out the adults, because when that happens, it's, you know, you can't help but to dance a little bit and sing along.
And also for everyone who loved the 80s, we have once again a Bon Jovi tribute band, correct?
Yes, Saturday night they actually performed last year, even though we had that dirty, nasty word you were talking about earlier. 7800 Fahrenheit Bon Jovi tribute band. I say the Bon Jovi tribute band. You know, now has become a staple in the area in the last 2 years. You know, scheduled to do Party on the Patio at the end of the summer. They're the last band. You know, 5 great guys that are local musicians, 2 personal friends of mine. Every Bon Jovi song imaginable. I mean, they're dead on. So it's going to be a great Saturday night to close the first day of the festival as well.
So bring your long rockin' hair from the 80s.
Yeah, I think I'll have to more than others. We were just having that discussion too.
So again, this is our first kickoff for segments here at WYLN. So each week leading up to FunFest, we'll have somebody else in talking about some of the great events going on. But again, Mikey, a lot of great entertainment, bring people downtown to FunFest, which is just a few weeks away, the 7th and 8th of September. Again, a lot going on, so make sure you come out. Mikey, did we miss anything on the entertainment side?
Can't forget the Cellar Dwellers, a community staple. Neil Ford, you know, does a wonderful job with the kids. They're actually going to have their own venue on Saturday night this year as well, from 4:30 to 6. They will be in the Can-Do lot between Laurel and Church. You know, again, the R word messed us up last year, so they unfortunately couldn't join us. But always a great addition, you know, for a community celebration such as ours, because if that doesn't represent what our community has to offer with our young people alone, I don't know what does.
All right, so FunFest is coming up September 7th and 8th, downtown Hazleton. You want to be there. Wear your greatest Hawaiian shirt you can find, like Mikey does, and even some of the worst ones you have in your closet. Dig them out. We want to see them on FunFest weekend here in downtown Hazleton. Mikey, always, once again, thanks for coming up. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you a lot soon. Football season kicking off, so we'll see you on the sidelines.
Yeah, on Friday, August 23rd. Here we go. Yay.
All right, we'll see what goes on. So FunFest is coming up, and stay with us. We'll bring you lots of great information about the street fair in downtown Hazleton. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll catch you next time here on WYLN.
Pocono Raceway is summertime, where the kids are free, where fans become friends, where good times roll, and the racing is always a little tricky. Bring your friends, bring your family, just bring it. Pocono style. New this year, the Great Pocono Raceway Air Show.
Krugel's Georgetown Deli has been voted Northeastern Pennsylvania's best craft beer selection several years running. Krugel's is your craft beer headquarters, and gift baskets are available for all occasions. Krugel's is home of the Crowler. Fill your Crowler up in their tap system and keep your favorite beer fresh longer. Krugel's Georgetown Deli, Wilkes-Barre Township, right next to the Big Cow. Stop in and play Keno or other Pennsylvania lottery games. Check them out on the web at georgetown.deli.com. It's high school football time. Watch WYLN for all the local high school football action as we bring you the event, not just the highlights, like only WYLN can. Watch the game of the week right here on WYLN. We're your local network. For the best in local sports, watch WYLN TV 35. The event, not just the highlights.
WYLN, I'm Julia Wiegand, and today we are on location at Krugel's Georgetown Deli in Wilkes-Barre to give away 4 grandstand tickets to the ABC Supply 500 Indy race. And this is our last drawing with Kevin, who is going to be picking today's winner. So how has the flow been of people coming in, customers putting their names in?
The turnout's been great. Every time we have somebody come in, if I even think they look like a race fan, I'm like, get your entry in.
Well, let's see who that lucky winner is.
All right, let's find out. We got Kim Grotis.
Well, congratulations, Kim. You are going to be spending your summer Pocono style. You can pick up your 4 grandstand tickets here on location at Krugel's Georgetown Deli in Wilkes-Barre. Big Cow, can't miss it. Thanks for having us today.
Thanks, Julie.
And we are also going to throw in another plug for next week. We have Friday Night Football. It's back.
Yep, live on WYLN TV next Friday. High school football starting up, and also in September, looking forward to the next season 4 of Wine Hops and Road Stops. Hopefully we'll be back here at Georgetown Deli.
Back real soon. Now, back to you guys.
Thank you, Julia. Congratulations. And yes, football right around the corner. Sunday, the Hazel Township Raiders Youth Football League will host a ribbon cutting before their home opener at their new field. The program, which is part of the Wyoming Valley Youth Conference, it's the 4th year for the Hazel Township team, but the first year they have their own field.
Now through just community sponsorships, we now have our own field located here at the Hazel Township Community Park. We have our new concession stand built. We just had some guys come and survey and line our field, and we kick off our season with a grand opening of our new field this Sunday. We're going to have a little ceremony ribbon cutting around 10:15 and kick off our new season at our new field.
As McHugh said, the organization has done a lot of work, and thanks to donations, they were able to get the new field and concession building for the kickoff of the season.
Football players and cheerleaders, we always hover right around 100 participants, but we keep growing in other ways too. This year, like I said, most of our money went into the infrastructure of the program with our concession stand and stuff, whereas other years we put the money right back into the kids, and we have some state-of-the-art sleds, state-of-the-art helmets. We have the best of everything as far as football equipment.
The Raiders are inviting everyone to come out Sunday, 10 a.m. to celebrate with them and kick off the new season. The field is located next to Hazel Township Community Park, just below the soccer fields. And look, we've got another high school football season preview for you coming up. WYLN's Ryan Osachi has the story on the Blue Devils.
The Shenandoah Valley Blue Devils are looking to change up their game this season after having some troubles last year. Coach Kevin Keating is going into his 27th year with Shenandoah. This year, the roster has almost doubled, meaning the season could be a turnaround for the Blue Devils.
Well, we had a huge problem in the recent history of low numbers. We finished the football season last year with 18 players. This year, we practiced yesterday with 30 kids dressed for practice yesterday. So that has to help them. Numbers are important in football.
Keating feels his offense needs some adjusting for this season.
We're kind of disappointed the last 2 years about our offense. We didn't score many points. We just weren't physical. So our offense definitely, our defense at times played very good football.
Coach Keating is feeling optimistic about his team this season, liking the group he has right now.
If we stay healthy, of course everybody wants to stay healthy. That's the key. We have some walk-ups, as Penn State calls them, that looks promising. So after 2 days, at the end of next week, we'll have a better idea of our depth chart and how much the newcomers are going to help us.
Keating's ultimate goal for the season is making the playoffs, and he feels the team can do so by consistently striving to get better on a weekly basis.
We want to get better every game, even if it's just an inch better, because we think that if we can do that, we can make the District 11 playoffs, and that's our goal.
Shenandoah's first game is home against the Morrisville Bulldogs Friday, August 23rd at 7 p.m. Reporting for WYLN Sports, I'm Ryan Osacci.
That's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know.